Dallas in this 2012 Porsche 99.1 911 Carrera. This is the replacement to the 997 911, using an entirely different platform with aluminum body, so it weighs 110 pounds less. This 911 is powered by a 3.4 liter flat 6 engine that produces 345 horsepower, paired to a 7-speed, that's right, 7, not 6-speed, manual transmission, with the 7th gear being for economy, of course, or extra gear on the higher to lower the revolutions while you drive faster on the Autobahn. And that's enforced by the lockout. You have to be in 5th or 6th gear to use 7th. With a 0 to 100 of roughly 4.4 seconds, this car is quick. And for the time, it was definitely quick. But that's not where this car really shines. This car is not designed to perform on a straight line. It's designed to do the Nurburgring or other circuits in exceptional times, and you'll see why later in this video. This is also the very first 911 to use electronic power steering, which a lot of people complained about, and it stirred up a lot of controversy about this car. This Porsche 911 drives like no other car I've driven before, and I'm sure 911s in general feel this way too. This car drives so different from what you expect or what other cars in the market that are the same class give you. This is such a unique experience to have, and it's amazing. And the biggest concern with this generation of the 911 is the electronic power steering. And honestly, is there moments where it's a little vague? Sure. Is it the end of the world, or is it really that bad compared to a lot of modern power steering? Electronic power steering especially? No. The steering still feels responsive. The steering still feels like it gives proper feedback. I've never once felt bored or out of control with this car, with the steering. It's more than adequate. Especially with new vehicles, this is very good, because a lot of new power steering, it just doesn't cut it for me. But this car does. This car does not shine slow speeds or around city driving or stop and go, as it shouldn't. That would be terrible. Why would you buy a sports car to drive in traffic? It's not a Honda Civic. This car really shines on circuits or twisty roads. Any technical road, the fun really comes out with this car. But when you're doing everyday driving, it feels like a normal car. You wouldn't know it. It's comfortable. It's not harsh. It's not loud. It's relatively refined enough to be a usable everyday car, but it really shows the value proposition when you drive this car as it's built to be driven. This car feels extremely planted. It rotates extremely well in the corners. That's especially helped by the torque vectoring system, which basically applies the inner brakes of the corner to help rotate the car even more, if I describe that properly. And you can really feel that kick and play sometimes. It's interesting technology. The driving experience this car gives you makes you ignore the janky Bluetooth, poor infotainment, the fact there's way too many stalks on the wheel, the lack of seat adjustment, because the driving just makes up so much for that in this car. They obviously didn't put money into that. They put money into the driving dynamic of this car, and it shows. This car is strictly for driving and driving pleasure. Everything else is an afterthought. It's one of the few, I'd say, pure enthusiast cars left out there that they still follow the basic recipe for a proper enthusiast car. I was actually pleasantly surprised about these seats. These seats, honestly, the more you drive the car, somehow the comfier they get. I was genuinely surprised. The seats did use more adjustment, however. They have manual back and forth, which is fine. They could use more lumbar, maybe add some power side bolsters. Materials in this car feel good. Everything feels quality. Everything feels nice. The leather all feels great. Armrests here and here. And I'll always complain about this. Manufacturers never do this right. Why don't they put more cushioning? I know I'm talking about comfort and materials. This wheel is kind of ugly. This wheel is super ugly. I hate this wheel. Yeah, I'll put 2 on 2 TT5. This car like aged so well. Like one of the best cars of all time, I think. It's really just so beautiful. Okay. This car aged, is my hand on straight?
Yes.
This car aged extremely gracefully. This is a 2012, so it's 14 years old at this point, and it would still pass as a new car in my opinion. This car is gorgeous. From the body lines to everything, the weight design, it's a timeless classic Porsche, and it's identifiably a Porsche. These are one of the most distinct cars out there for sure. You look at this car, it's no doubt about it what it is. It's a 911, period, hands down. The styling fits the theme they were always going for with all the other 911s. It's absolutely gorgeous with swooping curves. I love the child-bearing hips this car graces us with. It's gorgeous. The interior of this car, unlike the exterior, did not age as gracefully, I find. I find the interior of this car is definitely the biggest letdown. It's not the prettiest. Like the rest, it's fine, but it's definitely not the prettiest, and it shows its age. The first thing with the interior that will probably come to your mind and came to my mind at least was the steering wheel. The steering wheel is hideous. Like, I think it's terrible. Like, you turn it straight. The design doesn't really do it for me. I think there's too much dead space here. It just seems too tacky. It kind of looks cheap in a way. It doesn't feel cheap. Like, the grips and stuff feel nice. It looks rather cheap, and I feel like they could do a better job with this wheel. And going from the wheel design to the rear view mirror design. This mirror could have been better if it was more square. I think this fits more of a Volkswagen Beetle over a Porsche 911. Now the rest of the interior is very like early 2010s minimalist, as you see. It's nice, it's decent. Everything's pretty quick to use and understanding, except the infotainment is just so bad. I still haven't figured it out to be consistent. Like, I got a hang of it, but it's not the greatest. Couplers are not the best. They're obviously more of a gimmick, and that's probably why DUIs are so low in these cars, because where the hell are you gonna put your beer? The center console is nice. I like the design. I just wish there was less dead buttons here. They could have put the cup holders in this space instead, but then it'd suffer that issue in the previous video we had with the BMW where you just hit the cup the whole time you're trying to shift. So I get why they didn't. And another cool Porsche quirk is the keys on the left side of the dash, as per Porsche tradition. And the idea of it's a race car, it's easier to put the key in and quicker to put the key in and turn it and start the vehicle. So I see why they carry that through. But if you're not familiar with Porsches or haven't driven a Porsche, you would not know that. So it might take you a few tries to get in the car and start it. It's neat. It's a cool little gimmick to show people, hey, look, my key's not on your side. One other gripe I have is the parking brake is kind of annoying to memorize. It's like push in, pull out. I can't get it down. It's a little bit irritating. I'm sure after a couple weeks of owning the car, you get used to it. I just figured, you know, for the design, it'd be a lot simpler, but I don't know. I usually seem to find myself having a hard time using it, which is odd. Or I might just be stupid. Going to some good things about this interior is the mirror switch turns off after a while. So usually you press the mirror button, there'll be a light on showing which side you selected. And after a couple, like a minutes or so, it'll time out and turn off, so you don't have that stupid situation where you can't center the mirror button. You have to look at either one or the other. It's not perfect, but I like this car because they actually thought about that, and they did that, and it's amazing. The gauge pod is absolutely cool. I love this gauge cluster design. It's useful. The digital speed is awesome. Gear position is awesome. I just wish it was a little bit more responsive. I find sometimes it's really slow to show you first or second gear. And the center console has Navi, has Bluetooth. It's just very janky to use. Navi does still work. It's just obviously now, it being 14 years ago, it's rather outdated, so a lot of highways and roads may not exist depending where you live.
It goes from Portugal to San... How can it not have... The Italians don't acknowledge the existence of Romania.
So I would recommend maybe not use it, and obviously Google will be the better one. The back space. The back seats are absolutely useless. As you can see here, they're terrible, and I do not recommend putting anyone over the age of 4 in here. This car is truly an amazing car. Is it worth it though? If you live in Ontario or most part of Canada, no. This car is not worth it here. You'll never get to use its full capabilities unless you specifically go on the racetrack. The roads here don't really accommodate this car that great with how rough they are. But if you live somewhere down south where you get nice twisty roads that are very technical, smooth, consistent, decent track experience, this car is well worth it. For any driver who's looking for a performance car, this is that car. I totally recommend it. It's just you need to live in the place that supports this car. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I go, bye. I go.
Come back.